Óyeme, muy buenas tardes, mi gente. No sé si me están escuchando bien. Hoy pude conseguir a este caballero que está aquí, que lamentablemente no lo había conseguido en estos días, pero quiero saber si me estoy escuchando. Déjame subir un momentito aquí. Uf, me escucho mucho mejor. Definitivamente, me escucho mucho mejor. Oye, mi gente, gracias por estar por acá. Esto es la presentación del Future Game Show Summer Showcase. Como pueden ver aquí arribita, somos Stream Partner. Pasó algo que estuvo fuera de nuestra voluntad. Pues resulta que yo pensaba que el show que se iba a empezar a las 5 de la tarde y resulta que empezó a las 4 de la tarde y estaba súper ocupado haciendo un montón de cosas, pero vamos a cumplir con el compromiso. Somos stream partners y vamos a cumplir con el compromiso. Somos nuestras disculpas por empezar tarde. Estamos aquí, que es lo importante, y vamos a arrancar con el evento. Así que, mira, si no lo has hecho todavía, quiero mandarle un saludito. Antes que nada, quiero mandar un saludito a todas las personas que nos están viendo en Twitch y que nos están viendo en nuestro canal de YouTube. Si no lo has hecho todavía, suscríbete a nuestro canal, que eso es súper importante. Y si estás por Twitch, danos follow para seguir creciendo y seguir trayéndole contenido como este para todos ustedes. Así que vamos a poner el audio por aquí. Vamos a poner la escena rapidito por aquí. Mientras tanto pueden ir compartiendo y todo eso. Vamos a poner por acá esto. Vamos a ver si... Ave María, ahora lo puedo escuchar súper bien. En veces anteriores no podía escucharlo, pero ahora lo estoy escuchando. Déjame mutearlo un momentito. Es más, déjame mutearlo acá en la pantalla. Bueno, lo puedo mutear aquí. De verdad, estamos súper contentos. Esta es la primera vez que somos streaming partner con Future Games Show. Esto es parte de lo que es el Summer Game Fest. Así que gracias de verdad de todo corazón a la gente de Future Game Show por darnos la oportunidad de ser stream partner. Así que si no lo has hecho todavía, como les mencioné, bien importante, dale like ahí en YouTube, dale like a este video. Suscríbete a nuestro canal si nos estás viendo en YouTube. Si nos estás viendo en Twitch, bien importante, dale follow y para que veas que todo el contenido súper brutal que tenemos para todos ustedes. Oye, de verdad, súper contento de estar aquí nuevamente. Estamos a sábado 7 de junio de 2025 y me están escuchando bien y me siento bien feliz porque estoy con esto que está aquí, como estaba mencionando. A este yo le digo, a este microfonito yo le digo el bebecito. El bebecito lo tenía guardado, pero no encontraba el interface, que es el mixer para tú poder conectar este micrófono, porque es un micrófono XLR y necesitas un mixer para poder disfrutar del mismo. Pero estamos por acá, señoras y señores. Voy a compartir un momentito en lo que termina el timer para poder compartirlo con la gente que está en las redes sociales. Así que déjenme compartir un momentito. Pueden dejar sus comentarios, enviar sus saludos, decirme qué es la que hay. Así que déjame poner por aquí este post en nuestra página de Facebook, facebook.com/tuzonagamer. Así que puedes buscarnos por allá. Vamos a ponerlo por aquí. De verdad, nuestras disculpas. Yo pensaba que empezaban a esta hora. Yo pensaba. Vamos a ponerlo por aquí. Oye, a propósito, estuve en el evento Galactic Battle de Fortnite. No sé cuántos de ustedes estuvieron en el evento, pero pueden dejar su comentario y decirme qué tal estuvo. Estoy poniendo por aquí. Empezamos en 56 segundos. Arrancamos bien chévere. Si estás por ahí rapidito, dale like, dale follow, activa las notificaciones y comparte, ¿verdad? Comparte y vamos a pasarla súper bien. Como dice el dicho, tarde pero seguro. Vamos a compartir bien chévere. Faltan 35 segundos para que arranquemos bien buena gente. Pues, 13 segundos. Vamos a irme más chiquitito. Vamos por acá. Estoy contento porque puedo escuchar bien.
Please welcome your hosts, Laura Bailey and Matt Mercer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Future Game Show Summer Showcase. My name is Laura Bailey, though you probably know me best as Abby Anderson in The Last of Us Part 2, or as one of the cast members from Critical Role.
Indeed. And I'm Matt Mercer, the man behind many video game chaos merchants, such as Like a Dragon's Mad Dog Majima and Ganondorf from Tears of the Kingdom. But if it's a Thursday night, I also moonlight as Critical Role's debonair Dungeon Master, where Laura tries her best to test the very limits of my abilities and sanity.
And you love it. But we're here today joining forces for a very different reason. Exclusive video game trailers, and lots of them.
Indeed, and like a whole bunch of world premieres, deep dives, and developer presentations. It's frankly an irresponsible amount of video game news that will be beamed directly into your brains for the next 90 minutes, so buckle up.
Don't make it sound so scary. This is gonna be fun. Just keep in mind that if you want to wish list any of the cool games in today's show, then you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page.
Indeed, and once the show's over, there'll be plenty of follow-up coverage on GamesRadar.com and the Future Game Show YouTube channel.
Well, I think that's all of the housekeeping out of the way. So let's kick things off with our very first world premiere.
World premiere, vamos por ahí, vamos por ahí. World premiere. Ay, María, qué chévere, puedo escucharlo todo súper nítido.
Zafar, pull up NavTech.
Just a sec. Got it.
Taki. We gonna find out about your Kopang right quick, okay?
Just want to do him justice. Stuck his neck out for us.
Dígame si se está escuchando bien. Si yo me escucho bien, se supone que yo me escucho bien.
Guns to make justice, all right? Oh, Michael. To a man with a hammer, just about everything looks like a nail.
Aim for show. Time to say oh yeah with our hammer.
Missile range in 1 minute.
Brace yourselves. We're going for a spin.
Ándate.
Zafar, did you get a signal?
After the large haul down this corridor, they
fue la
shut
cámara.
down this part of the facility. Long time before our arrival. Fine. Let's deal with those guys first.
In Yolota. They never look up.
Eso le quedó bufiado.
Zafar, you were right. They shut down this.
Hold on, I'm coming! I'll cover you. The bird up high shall be thine eyes. What the hell happened here? Hey, buddy.
Se ve nítido.
Glad you're still breathing.
The Expanse Osiris.
What a way to start the show! The Expanse Osiris Reborn is an action RPG crafted in Unreal Engine 5, where you can immerse yourself in the universe of the beloved TV series. Make sure it's on your wish lists.
Sounds pretty awesome. And we're treating you to another world premiere right now and swapping sci-fi for fantasy in the process. So let's take a look.
Vamos a ver. Otro world premiere.
I used to swear by my father's oath to protect the wards is
Okay,
to
se ve
protect
chévere.
our people, and if it claims our lives, what's one life lost for the sake of the many?
And now, what do you swear by today?
The only one that matters is my brother. And I will kill the people who took him from me.
Ay. Ok. Se ve llamativo.
Rin, take my hand! Rin!
Cógela.
I hear not the clamor of conquerors. Pestilence must be purged.
Your father was right about one thing. The wards are breaking. And should we fail, it may spell another end.
Echoes of the End.
We're thrilled to reveal Echoes of the End, a narrative-driven fantasy adventure coming later this year.
But the fun doesn't stop there. Here's another world premiere.
It's important to note that this is your very first look at the game, but from what I can tell, there's evil residing in these woods.
Bueno, otro world premiere. Vamos a ver. Está en pre-alpha. Problema, no hay problema. No. Ok, está en el bosque. Digo, bosque. El bosque. Ahí está. Se veía todo oscuro, no se veía bien. La musiquita está nítida. Whispers in the Fog.
An isolated cabin in the woods. What could possibly go wrong? That was your first look at Whispers in the fog.
Whispers in
It's
the
a
fog.
psychological horror game from a supremely talented solo developer. Be sure to give it a wish list if you like what you see.
And next up, we've got a trailer for an open world action RPG based on the beloved anime, The Seven Deadly Sins. Let's check it out.
Fist bump. Seven Deadly Sins Origin. Ok, está bien nítido. Ya, che. Y ya te puedes preregistrar.
The Seven Deadly Sins Origin is coming soon to PC and PS5, but you can pre-register now at 7origin.netmarble.com.
Okay, it's time to learn about what's coming in Season 7 of free-to-play Destructo shooter, The Finals. Let's take a look.
Welcome to the future of the finals!
Los finals.
Where have you been? Then just stick around.
And not that you need any more reasons, but
Pues eso.
it's time to move on and talk about hurdling, a shepherd simulator with a whole lot of soul. Let's find out when you can get your hands on it.
Pasó ahí, brincó. Hurdling.
Hurdling launches later this year, but you can try guiding those adorable calicorns right now by downloading the demo, which is out now on Steam. What's next, Laura?
Sleep Awake, which is anything but cute. It's a first-person psychedelic thriller that explores the realm between slumber and death. This game is helmed by Corey Davis of Spec Ops, The Line, and Robin Fink of Nine Inch Nails.
Let's take a closer look then.
Dice que decir world premiere.
I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep. I must not sleep.
Come along. This way.
You're not ignoring me now, dear, are you? This is all perfectly natural.
I am awake!
Resisting the inevitable comes at a cost.
Give me your idea.
Sleep Awake.
Sleep Awake is coming soon, so drop it on your wish lists.
We've got a developer presentation for Eric Solm, The Stolen Dream, up next. It's a cinematic isometric stealth game set in the year 1900.
Oh, isn't that the year you were born?
I am a few months younger than you, Laura.
I don't think so. No.
I must find her.
He's a lab god.
Before he does.
Eric's Home is a game set in kind of a fantasy version of the early 1900s, and it has a Scandinavian theme style to it. I would describe it as a stealth puzzle game with a very strong emphasis on story, where you play up to 3 playable characters that you switch between, and they have their own special abilities that you need to use together to kind of solve situations and puzzles in a kind of interlaced way where everyone's involved.
It's in the setting of a Scandinavian nature, which not only resonates with me, but with the rest of the world, because it's so unique. It's always nice to see something new that people can relate to.
So I've worked a lot with like lighting and 3D rendering, cinematic lighting, stuff like that. So Anders showed me the rendering of one of the movies. It just floored me. I thought it was so beautiful. Then he said, okay, so Theo, what I want from you is I want you to make this look even better.
We play tested the game a lot, and what people usually say is that it feels like I'm playing a movie, but in a great way. River End Games was based on the idea that if you have the right mix of people, then perhaps a really small team can still make something that's actually pretty cool.
How is this made by 16 people? Like, why is this quality so high?
A little now and then I sit down in the couch and I just enjoy a fresh build. The story just gets to perform. You're just drawn right in. It's a magical feeling.
I'm really excited for players to just discover this world. Eric's Home is coming to Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Epic Game Store. And we have an exclusive trailer that we're about to show you that will reveal the release date. I hope you enjoy.
Ok, van a decir el release date. Vamos a ver.
Ah, ok. Te lo envío.
Eric Solm.
Thank you so much to our friends at River End Games for that window into the world of Eric Solm. It's coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 on July 15th.
So go wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. All right, now we've got a new trailer for a cel-shaded shooter with gameplay inspired by the Stalker series. Here's the latest trailer for The Explorator.
Ok, es un shooter que es cel-shaded. Ah, qué bufiado. Me encanta el estilo del arte. El cel-shade se ve súper brutal. A mí me encanta. Bueno, mi gente, está viendo el Future Games Show 2015 aquí en el canal de Twitch, Tu Zona Gamer, el canal de YouTube. Gracias por estar conmigo. Les recuerdo que compartan, están viendo en YouTube, danos follow en Twitch Y síguenos en las redes sociales, estás aquí en tu zona gamer, así que gracias por estar con nosotros. Vamos a ver qué tal se ve. Y ya también empezó Money in the Bank. También hoy fue el evento Worlds Collide, estuvo bien chévere. No vi la lucha de Chad Gable y el hijo del vikingo. A ver, qué bufiado. Como dije, me encanta el estilo de arte cel shade. La primera vez que vi este estilo de arte fue cuando jugué Jet Set Radio en el Dreamcast. The Explorator. Early Access available en PC desde ahora.
The Explorator is launching into early access today, so go check it out on Steam and support the developers on the road to launch.
Constance is up next, a Metroidvania where you wield the power of a paintbrush to escape a decaying inner world.
Live into my interests.
Vamos a ver qué hay por ahí. Recuerda, estás por ahí, deja tu comentario, envía tu saludo, por lo aquí abajito, envía tu comentario para saludarte bien chévere, así que no tengas miedo, como decimos, sin miedo al éxito, ya tú sabes. Constance.
Constance is coming to PC on November 24th, but there's a demo available on Steam if you want to go give it a go after the show.
Those of you who have tuned in before will know that during every Future Game Show, we create a trio of deep dives into some of the most exciting upcoming games. Our ones to watch, you could say.
First game we're tackling for the summer showcase is Titan Quest II. Now, fans have been waiting since 2006 for a sequel to Iron Lore's cult classic action RPG, and the good news is, it's right around the corner.
So let's dig into the details with the help of Grimlore Games.
Titan Quest 2.
Tell us the whole story. Tell us about hope.
Titan Quest 2 is kind of your Diablo-esque action RPG, but it's set in ancient Greek mythology. You really can immerse yourself in what you associate Greece with. You'll be fighting these mythological monsters, some of which we came up with ourselves, some of which are from Titan Quest 1. Greek mythology also has become very much part of pop culture in the last 2 decades.
Okay, Money in the Bank también va a luchar ahora Becky Lynch contra Laila Valkyria por el campeonato de mujeres intercontinental.
Why not use it?
Fan de la lucha libre.
In Titan Quest 2 you'll be playing as a rather unknown hero character. You're not really a hero yet. You're honestly just training to be a capable fighter. You have a master called Aristano. She's from Sparta and used to be a priestess of Nemesis, as you'll find out later. You will build up your own worth over time as you prove yourself in front of the gods. Gameplay-wise, Titan Quest 2 is very much a classic ARPG, but we've got our own twists in there with like the mastery system, for example, where you merge 2 masteries into one instead of just being given classes. So you have to find these little entanglements that you can have between the 2 masteries, these synergies, and make the best use of them possible.
Okay, la cámara es de
top of the view. Take your character in multiple directions. Mixed classes is something we support quite a lot, actually. But the core fantasy stuff, just a tanky warrior, of course you're going to have that. You can take your character in many directions, and choice is at the core of our game. Your abilities will be modifiable, so each of them has like these several modifier choices that you can equip into your skill. This is our little innovation in this space. we are not going to be doing any microtransactions in this game because we don't believe in that form of monetization in general. We will be doing traditional DLCs, however. So after the 1.0 launch, we'll be putting out larger DLC packs, which will include additional chapters, so more content in general, bosses, creatures, areas, and masteries, of course. So Titan Quest 2 will be coming to Steam Early Access very soon. You can wishlist it now already.
Compay, ¿qué pao? ¿Qué pao? Se me salió un gallito. ¿Qué pao, compay? Llegaste, qué bueno.
The other platforms.
Gracias por darte la vuelta. Eso es Titan Quest 2. Y lo puedes poner en el wishlist. Dime si me estoy escuchando bien. Cuéntamelo. Dime si me estoy escuchando bien.
Titan Quest 2 is coming soon, and you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. Wait, legendary actor Yui Lowenthal?
The Spider-Man to my MJ?
Peter Parker.
What are you doing here?
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
I was just, wandering the sound stages.
Tengo a los progenitores en casa, no hay problema.
Then I heard you guys.
Me oigo mucho mejor que ayer, ¿verdad que sí?
Thought I'd join in.
Okay.
Mucho mejor.
Well, I mean, since you're already here, why don't
Spider-Man.
you take the next trailer? Well, right?
I mean,
Spider-Man.
if that's okay with you guys,
No, it's great. Work your magic. We'll just be over here.
All right. Got you. Well, get ready, folks, because it's time for another world premiere. This one's a follow-up to a beloved puzzle adventure that launched back in 2020.
Mucho mejor, gracias, mano. Mucho mejor. World premiere.
I have seen things that should be forgotten.
Out of the blue.
I've tried to escape my past.
Loco, ahí me dio una alegría cuando encontré el mixer.
I've had enough of death and madness.
Brutal, me alegré un montón.
But the world is changing.
Porque sé que se oye mucho mejor para aquí.
Now search for answers in the far reaches of the world.
Okay.
For shocking secrets and dizzying marvels. For there lies upon this world of man a mocking and incredible shadow out of time.
Estamos en vivo, mi gente.
Call of the Elder Gods, starring yours truly, is a Lovecraftian narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
Classic marketing.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah. Thanks for coming, man. Bye. See you, bye. Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set, we'll throw it out to some back-to-back trailers.
I'll stay here.
Vamos para trailer, viene.
3 BioCores. How hard could it be?
Tiro.
Hard.
Yeah, hard. Capture the flag. Oh. Tiro, viene. A meterle a los tiros, ya tú sabes.
Narrative puzzle adventure coming soon to PC and consoles. So get it on your wish lists ASAP.
So you weren't just wandering the lot then?
I mean, I was, but then, it's called marketing, Matt.
Yeah, Matt. Classic marketing.
Classic.
Anyway.
All right, catch you later.
Bye.
I gotta wander.
Hell yeah, thanks for coming, man. Bye.
Como no está en vivo ahora mismo, no sé por qué Diante brincó.
Okay, so while I go make sure there's no other voice actors hiding on set,
brincó. Segunda vez que brinca.
Trailers.
I'll stay
Pues
here.
mira, no sé si habías visto, pero yo pensaba que era a las 5 y resultaba que era a las 4 de la tarde. Y por eso lo puse a empezar. Estamos aquí cumpliendo con el evento. No está en vivo. Yo creo que ya terminó. Y el Morning the Bank es a las 7 de la noche. Ok, ese es Ascendant.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
On crack.
Welcome to Veil of the Witch, a turn-based tactical RPG
Sí, mano, yo pensé que era a las 5. Yo me quedé como que, oh, y entonces estaba haciendo unas cuantas cosas. Y como había mencionado, pues tú sabes, cuando eres homeowner, las cosas pues buscan cositas que hacen para los esposos. Y ya tú sabes, estuve medio busy. Todavía tengo un par de cosas que hacer, pero como es Money in the Bank, ya tú sabes. Y la suegra está en la sala en la cocina haciendo una pasta con pollo y eso. Uf. Ahorita es a meterle, ya tú sabes. Es importante, como dije, estamos cumpliendo. Somos streaming partner de Future Game Show y estamos transmitiendo. Bien importante.
To stand a chance, you'll have to master each ally's unique kit, whether that's frontliner Marco, glass cannon caster Laurent, or backstabbing cutthroat Emile. All your abilities work on a cooldown, so you'll have to think smart and learn to juggle. You can also level up and unlock new skills right in the middle of battle. Surrounding this rock-solid core is a branching roguelike structure focused on skill in the face of unpredictable challenges. Face off against cool bosses.
Burn! Beacon of the dead!
Get your shit wrecked. Then head back to town, where you can unlock upgrades, chat with allies, craft equipment, and more. And if you're real nasty, take on Trials mode for bigger challenges and better rewards. Fight. Die. Rise again, stronger, then come back and conquer. Lost Eidolons, Veil of the Witch. Early access available now on Steam, and coming soon to Xbox, PS5, and Nintendo Switch.
Eidolons. Ok, mucho color. Mira, Mike, esos son los juegos que a ti te gustan. Esos son los que te gustan, mira. Se ve bien colorido. Y me los disfruto. Popucom. Popucom.
Can anyone hear me?
Dispatch to Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy.
Bombero.
Supply line ready.
Break that door open.
Let me get that sturdy Halligan first.
My clothes are about to catch fire.
Get an attack line in there.
Ok, un simulador de bombero.
That was close.
Cat, you're good? Found one of the victims.
Please, get me out of here.
Heroes. The world is full of them. Sons and daughters of farmers.
¿Qué
Too
pasó
much
ahí?
bravery and not enough wisdom, so some say. But what is a hero without a
Eso como
princess
que
to
brincó.
save?
Habían bomberos y de repente
Dragons
sale
to
eso.
slay.
¿Qué pasó aquí?
Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at the
Me quedé
Bureau of
que,
Fantastical
ok.
and Arcane Affairs, you will ensure everything is as it should be for the hero's arrival.
Inside this cave, you'll find a necromancer.
Me quedé como que
According
ok.
to our reports, is a complete and utter embarrassment to the story.
The book is titled Hellgates Anew, Your First Ritual Sacrifice.
As it turns out, putting
Me
the
quedé,
soul of a
ok.
demon inside of a skeleton is a touch more tricky than you might imagine.
Can anyone hear me?
Y ahora volvimos a los bomberos.
Unit 1. There's an ongoing fire.
Unit 1 to dispatch. Copy. Supply line ready.
Break
Ok,
that door open.
¿qué pasó aquí?
Sturdy Halligan first.
A princess to save. Without dragons
Ok.
to slay. Nothing. That's where you come in. As an agent at today.
Oh, that's one for the critters.
Me quedé como
The
que
Bureau of
pasó
Fantastical
aquí.
and Arcane Affairs is coming later this year.
And now for something completely different. This one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
World premiere.
弾が尽きるまでが愛よ。
Un shooter anime. Team Waifu. Team Waifu. Eso parece un Razer. Un Razer. Un Razer. Okay.
But what is a story without a good
Pero what-
hero at its helm? With one unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but
Porque Diante brincó. No entiendo por qué brincó. Me quedé como que, ¿what? ¿Por qué brincó? Esto está el garete, en verdad. ¿Verdad? Me perdí. No sé por qué Diante estaba brincando. Vamos viendo eso. Anime shooter. Y de repente, ¡pap! Brincó de la nada. Y yo me quedé como que, ok.
But what is a story
Pero-
without a good hero at its helm? With one
What the-
unsanctimonious swing, you lop his head off. It hardly felt good, but incompetent evil is still evil.
Yo estoy... Papi, es
We
que esa es la
happy to
cosa.
welcome you.
De repente
Newest
está de una
agent
forma
to
y
the
de repente
cause.
brinca. Entonces estoy chequeando
Wish list Bureau
el
of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs
video.
today.
Y el video también brinca. Es
Oh,
el,
that's one for the
el
critters.
stream.
The Bureau of Fantastical and
Brincó.
Arcane
Yo me
Affairs is
quedé, yo me
coming
quedé como
later
que,
this year.
what?
And now for something completely different. This
Mira.
one's for the fans of shooters, anime, and Y2K aesthetics.
That's me.
No entiendo por qué brincó. Y ahora volvemos con la muchacha del anime. No entiendo. O sea, me quedé como que, what? Ve, ahí está bregando, suena el teléfono. Y no sé qué pasa que brincó. Mira. Se llama WTF.
Waifu Tactical Force is a 3v3
Waifu.
anime shooter coming soon to PC, but you can jump into the open playtest on Steam after the show.
Now we've got a trailer for an action platformer inspired by the ancient art of paper folding. Let's take a look at Hirogami.
Hirogami. Hirogami. Ah, qué nítido. Esos juegos así, que son experiencias diferentes, se ven bien brutales. Mira qué bufiado. Se ve diferente. Hirogami. Septiembre 3. Y se puede jugar el demo en Steam.
Hirogami is coming to PC and PS5 on September 3rd. Fold it into your wish lists on Steam and the Epic Games Store. And check out the free demo, which is available on Steam.
Okay, time for an update on Eve Frontier. This is CCP Games' Spacebound Survival MMO.
Eve Frontier. Eve Frontier.
Eve Frontier is an invitation for everyone that have had the idea in their brain to make a game. And often the best way to make a game is to start and modify an existing game. We have now created an MMO server-side modding platform, and we offer an invitation to you to come and build with us. You can build tools, you can build worlds, you can do so many things. And this is a great way to start your game development adventure by sort of playing around in the amazing survival space horror sandbox we have created.
Okay.
When we made Eve Online, we very much wanted to make a sandbox experience where most of the things and the infrastructure in the game would actually be built by players. But we did build quite a bit of it ourselves. Seeing what emerged from Eve, especially when it comes to the third-party development ecosystem, we could actually give a lot more agency to players to literally build the world. So as we go through this process of stripping down to a survival game, we are on the other hand building up an amazing modding platform. Basically what Eve Frontier enables third-party developers is to mod the actual server, creating additional software that both reads and writes the world state. And that, I think, will enable something truly astounding that has never been seen before. But this is very much inspired by the third-party ecosystem that is developed around Eve Online. We are basically supercharging that with the smart assemblies and the modding platform we're built into Frontier. And what we have seen so far in our various hackathons and events, and what we've just seen in the sort of builder community overall, absolutely delivers on that vision in spades.
Eve Frontier. Acceso Founder Access.
Founder Access for Eve Frontier is available now, and you can head to evefrontier.com to jump in and find out more. What's up next, Laura?
We have a brand new trailer for Formula Legends, an arcade racing game that covers the history of motorsport.
Viene, carrera, carrera. Vamos allá. Me quedé con el ritmito. Yo me quedo con los juegos simulación de F1, ok. No, los juegos de simulación son otra cosa, mano. No sé, pero se vieron como los juegos de Play 1, no sé. A mí me gustan los juegos de carrera. Lo que pasa es que no sé ustedes, pero después de un rato como que se ponen medio repetitivos y como que no sé. Mira, el demo está disponible desde hoy.
Formula Legends is racing towards release on PC and consoles, but you can play the demo now on Steam and also wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Games Store. But for now, let's keep it rolling with our Ones to Play section, which is a future game show staple. It's a montage of exciting games that you can play on Steam right after the show.
So if you like what you're looking at, don't hesitate to download a demo and dig in.
First up is Catastrophe.
Catastrophe.
This is an action roguelike where you play as a kitty
Así los juegos de carrera. Y mira, yo soy bien fan de Crazy Taxi. A mí me encanta Crazy Taxi. Pero si me pongo a jugarlo después de 30-40 minutos me aburro.
Next up, we've got Phase Zero, a survival horror throwback with fixed cameras
Ya se ve bien Resident Evil eso.
environments. A menacing illness has descended on the town
Phase
of
Zero.
Clear Peak. Can you solve puzzles and tango with monsters to make it out alive?
Or what about Bloodgrounds? It's a gladiatorial roguelike with a city builder twist. You'll recruit, train, and command a crew of warriors in strategic turn-based battles, then develop a coastal city in the interim. Carve your name into the annals of history and spill buckets of blood in the process.
Phase Zero, tarjetazo. Obligado.
Last but not least, we've got How to Escape.
Obligado el tarjetazo
With
ahí,
one player on
pácata.
PC or console and the
Sin
other using a
pensarlo dos
mobile
veces.
companion app, you'll communicate and
How
collaborate
to
complete
Escape,
puzzles
Lost
and
Submarine.
stop the outbreak of war. No pressure.
Eso no se piensa, ¿verdad, compadre? Eso es...
That was our ones to play montage. Be sure to follow up on anything that caught your eye.
But let's keep on sailing with another exclusive trailer for a naval combat simulator set in the late 18th century.
Ahoy, ya eso es Pirates. Eso de aquí, nada, no se piensa, papi, eso es...
begins with a plan.
Eso es rápido. Yeah. Capstan, Unreal Engine.
A vision etched on parchment, foretelling glory or downfall. It is in our nature to conquer what others fear. Death and dishonor, fame and fortune. The life of a sea captain is one of duty and relentless pursuit. True riches are not in gold and jewels, but in the stories we bring back and the legend we become.
Piratas y guerras navales, cosas así.
We arrive, but never at our final destination. So we chart our next course. We sail. We fight. We endure. For the voyage is life. And life is the voyage.
Art Mike. Ahoy.
Join the crew today on Kickstarter.
Oh, hay un Kickstarter para eso.
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at
Ahoy.
ahoy.gg/Kickstarter.
Ahoy.
And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our disembodied voices.
What Matt means to say with that gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant. Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year, but you can try it for yourself ahead of time by checking out the free demo on Steam.
Now let's take a look at Under Par Golf Architect, an all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and then try them out firsthand. As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the
Check out the funding drive for Ahoy at ahoy.gg/Kickstarter. And you can also wishlist the game on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
The Spotlight montage is up next, so say goodbye to our corporeal bodies and hello to our
¿Ves qué pasó de nuevo? Brincó otra vez.
What Matt means to say with that Gothic vocabulary is that we'll be back on stage once we've talked you through some super cool games.
That's what I meant.
No sé por qué brincó de nuevo, en verdad.
Flickshot Rogues is a turn-based strategy roguelike where you trade tactical trick shots for devastating damage. Across a constantly shifting cartoon peninsula, players will trigger explosive combos and commit to game-changing upgrades. It's coming to PC later this year.
Sí.
You can try it for yourself ahead of
No
time.
entiendo por qué está brincando. Entonces cuando verifico la grabación, en la grabación
Now let's
también
take a
brinca.
look at Under Par Golf Architect,
Y me quedé como
an
que,
all-in-one simulator where you mold terrain to create world-class courses and
Ay,
then try them
madre,
out
qué
firsthand.
brincaera.
As well as placing the green and obstacles between, you'll manage staff, budgets, and customers on your way to crafting a golfer's paradise. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
Ascend to Zero is up next. It's a hack-and-slash roguelike where you play as the last surviving human of a devastated world. To help with that unfortunate predicament, you can freeze time to anticipate attacks and topple voxel monsters. Ascend to Zero is coming soon to PC, but in the meantime, you can check out the free demo on Steam and drop it onto your wish lists.
Or how about Animal Kind? This is a cozy cooperative town building game where you play as a crew of
Animal
adorable
Kind.
critters in mech suits. Players will use their industrial-grade opposable thumbs to scavenge the landscape
perritos y gatitos en mech
and
suits.
establish a community of cute creatures. Animal Kind is coming soon to PC. But if you head to the Steam page, you can sign up for the alpha playtest, which is arriving in July.
Next up is Don't Wake the Beast, but the developers have sent over an intricate overview, so I'll sit this one out.
Hi, my name is Timek. I'm the game designer and producer behind Don't Wake the Beast. Don't Wake the Beast is a stealth roguelike in which your goal is to steal as many treasures as possible and run away from the
Ese
beast.
de Animal Kind.
The tricky part is that each treasure has its weight, and the
Perritos
more
y
you pick up,
gatitos en
the
mech
more
suits.
noise you generate.
Ay, madre.
But when you fail, there's always another run. My game will feature 4 biomes, all with unique mechanics and beasts. It's scheduled to release in 2026.
Don't Wake the Beast.
We're rounding things out with Worship, a cultist simulator where you try your best to bring about the end of the world. Inspired by Pikmin, this cute and creepy multiplayer roguelite tasks you with performing blood rites and recruiting followers to please the old ones. It's coming soon to PC, and you can wishlist it on Steam.
Okay.
That was our Spotlight montage. We hope you enjoyed the Summer Showcase selection. Laura?
Oh, it's time for an update on Scum, the survival shooter with poop mechanics.
What?
Not as in like they're bad, no. Just like you have to manage your bowel movements to survive.
Oh, I might actually learn something. I love video games.
Peggy 18.
All for negative you're about to read a reel. Ready for Scum. Scum? I'd rather buy WinRAR. Killed by indestructible robot. ¡Ay! Le pegó el tiro en la pierna. Nobody wants to micromanage their poop. To the game from Masochist. Penis sliders and loose. Game's trash, don't buy it. What? Are you ready for Scum? 17 de junio.
If those inspired reviews have grabbed your attention, then we're here to help.
Yep, you can head to the link on screen right now for a chance to win one of 100 keys for Scum 1.0.
And if you're not one of the lucky winners, then you'll just have to jump in with the rest of us when it launches on June 17th.
Now, our next game is a squad-based survival shooter where you dodge deadly dinosaurs. Here's the latest trailer for Deathground.
Deadly dinos are on the loose in Deathground. Whether you dare to enter solo or in a squad of up to 4 players, you must do everything you can to survive in these dinosaur-infested abandoned facilities. Could you survive?
Hi, we're Jaw Drop Games, the indie dev team behind Deathground.
The main threat you'll need to
raptors.
avoid is the raptors, specifically Utah raptors. So unlike velociraptors, which are much smaller, they measure around 7 feet tall. I'm about 5'3", so that's a pretty menacing height comparison for me.
We spent most of our development time taming them, and it's been a huge challenge because...
How do you get something that size with that tail to behave all in multiplayer?
Exactly. Of course, there'll be other dinosaurs for you to deal with. The number one culprit for causing chaos is the Compsognathus, aka the Compy.
What might look like a decent hiding space for you as players might actually be a refuge for these little creatures, putting the terror in territory.
As for other species, you may spot the Allosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and Triceratops roaming around in the background.
And the next thing you know, you're being chased by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Ay, ay, ay.
There are multiple maps and missions that will be playable at launch. Mission Command, the single-player tutorial and introduction level.
Geothermal, where you'll need to repair everything so you can restart the power plant.
Agricultural, which has become a little bit overgrown and it is in need of some weeding.
And biomedical, which is my personal favourite, where you'll have to sneak in and steal raptor eggs. You know, for science.
Each mission is replayable and is an important piece of the puzzle. Each detail or collectible that you come across will help you unlock the lore and discover the truth about the disastrous events of the past.
Deathground is launching on Steam Early Access this year. Keep a lookout for our roadmap.
Deathground is launching into Steam Early Access later this year. Keep an eye out for roar news on that front.
Roar news.
Refusing to acknowledge that pun, so let's move on with our second Ones to Watch deep dive, shall we? Here's Rogue Factor to tell us more about the studio's new weird action-adventure game, Hell is Us.
Hell is Us.
What happened here? Madness and hatred and lots of it.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Jacques Belated, and I am the Executive Creative Director and Executive Art Director on Hell is Us here at Rogue Factor. So the game that we've been developing for pretty much almost 5 years now is a game called Hell is Us. So the game is definitely like an action-adventure game.
It is set in the world of Adia. It's a rogue state where there's a lot of really weird things happening. You play Remy. He was born there. He was raised in a foster system in Canada, and he's going back basically to find answers.
This thing that games do now, contemporary games, where the adventuring is just, if you think about it, the exploration and the discovery, they're only there by theme. You had just been following marker after marker, and until the last marker is over your actual thing you needed to find. Almost all the variables connected to the exploration and connected to your discovery are given to you on a silver platter. So we look at it kind of like the inverse in our game because we got rid of all these things.
I remember chatting with John about the old Zelda games, how it was straightforward and like you had just enough to know where to go, but not too much.
It's basically how life works if you think about it, right? We basically orient ourselves by sight and hearing and what people tell us, right?
Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through.
You talk to NPCs and they're literally going to tell you a clue. Right?
Yo le digo a eso lo chinguilingui.
You were the Owen convoy,
the
direction that it took. She says, I know,
tengo ahora mismo en mi casa,
where
tengo uno en el patio, tengo uno al
exactly, but I know
frente.
they took the road that goes behind the weird monuments. And she says, you can see them from here. And as you're talking to her, behind her, quite far, you see some peculiar monument-looking thing. You're like, is that what she's talking about? Like, is that, if I go, and then you go there and you see the road that turns, and it's, maybe the convoy did come here. I think that's kind of very unique, and it works really, really well. Like any game, especially a game of almost 40 hours, sometimes it works better than others. You know, no game is absolutely perfect, but it's very much, it's the joy of exploration, the joy of discovery, yeah.
The Abbey is closed. Official AAF business.
Of course, we can't talk about Hell is Us without talking about our monsters. And the enemies, the limbic entities, are physical manifestations of human emotions, of human negative emotions. What does an emotion look like? Who knows? So we had many iterations. We ended up with these kind of like fractally, geometrically thingies, you know. So we have grief, ecstasy, terror, and rage. So the Hollow Walker represents a bit, so it's just a husk. That's why we call it the Hollow Walker. And it's a bit like a facsimile of a human being who's felt this very strong negative emotion. And then they look like that because we tried a lot of things, and they ended up looking like this, you know. So you'll be able to play Hell Is Us on September 4th, 2025 on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and obviously PC.
Wishlist it now, because Hell Is Us is coming to PC and consoles on September 4th.
All right, I think we're due another world premiere, don't you? This one's an action-adventure set in a drop-dead gorgeous cartoon world.
And it stars some very familiar faces.
Wait, is it us?
Maybe. Let's throw to someone who knows while I take this totally real phone call. Hello? Hi.
What? World premiere. Vamos a ver.
Hey Laura, hey Matt. I'm super excited to be back on the Future Game Show where I belong, and you are doing a fantastic job. Like I said to the producers when I was hosting, if you strike me down, this is live, isn't it? So yeah, New Tales reached out and I am officially in their game. Actually, seeing you just reminded me, they're looking for a killer writer who can also perform. Let me call Jasmine. Look, it's fine. You're doing great for time. Hey, Jazz.
Hi, Sam.
I've got a really cool gig. Want to join me in a game? If we're both in, I'm pretty sure Matt and Laura will be on board too.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in a game with you. But only if you're coming to the D&D group next week, because our party could really use the barbarian.
All right. I guess we're all doing this. That was easy. So let's check out exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay, se convierte en agua. Let's go. Me recordó a Splatoon, no sé por qué. No sé por qué. Cuando se va para el piso, eso me recordó a Splatoon. Eso me recordó a Splatoon. Interesante. Fading Echo.
That's right, we're joining Samantha Bayard, yes, Karlak herself, and the awesome Jasmine Bular in Fading Echo, coming to PCs and consoles next year.
And you can wishlist it today on Steam or the Epic Game Store. Go, 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 go!
We got another block of back-to-back trailers up next. Let's dig in.
We have been blessed to live in times of peace, but our city is not without its enemies. The demons above, and the beasts below.
Okay.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
You're going to be bishops too?
Through Shale, all things are possible.
Oh my.
It's time the three of you learn the true purpose of the bishops. Listen up.
We recruit from the finest soldiers in the church, and still,
tell one fate of many
lies.
lies.
Bishops doesn't make it past the first year.
Does it get easier after that?
We gave you those robes for a reason.
Damn, I love the church.
Sacrifice what? Crypto Sailwind, that's madre. Se prendió la susodicha. Were weapons to fire. Oye, si nos están viendo por primera vez, bien importante, si nos están viendo grabado, no olvides darle follow al canal de Tu Zona Gamer. Y si nos están viendo en YouTube y están viéndolo grabado, no olvides suscribirte al canal. Súper importante. Esto es el Future Game Show 2025 y como pueden ver en el icono, somos Stream Partner, así que gracias por estar con nosotros. Recuerden, sigan en todas las redes sociales también. Esto es Truxton Extreme y lo puedes poner en el wishlist. Los brazos robóticos. Linked Banner of the Spark. Joe and Mac Retro Collection en Kickstarter. Clásico, pero clásico. Joe and Mac, DH. The original trilogy returns.
We're back, and you can wishlist all of those games by heading to the
Future Game Show Steam page.
The Future Game Show's Steam page.
With that out of the way, it's time for a spine-tingling closer look at the next game from the minds behind Until Dawn.
Directive 8020 is about a deep space mission to save humanity and the shape-shifting alien who gets in the way. Let's throw it over to Supermassive Games to find out more.
Supermassive Games.
We are going to do this. Just lower the gun.
Not until you move from the scanner.
Oh.
Those things can change shape.
Uy, qué creepy.
Don't you ever point that thing at me again.
Scan complete. Subject unidentifiable.
We need urgent assistance. Please.
Directive 8020.
But what if that went differently? Hey, I'm Will Doyle, Creative Director on Directive 8020, and I'm here to share with you a new feature that we've added for the first time in a Dark Pictures game. Turning Points is a new narrative system which allows you to go back and change the outcome of your choices. As with all our games, Directive 8020 has a branching story with multiple endings. You'll be able to track the choices and paths that you've taken in the game and see alternate paths that link to each of the major decisions that you've made.
Okay.
With turning points, you can rewind to a pivotal point or decision, collect missing collectibles, or see how different choices would have played out. By the same token, your actions matter in our games. If you want to live
Hay que verificar la toma de decisiones,
there's also a survival
que es
mode
bien importante en
setting that
este
prevents
juego.
you from rewinding, but still lets you view the decision tree. Turning points will be available both digitally and physically for all copies of the game from when you start your very first mission.
Directive 8020.
Directive 8020 introduces the ability to rewind and change your choices to see the consequences in each branching path.
It's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2025, and if it's not on your wish list already, go fix that.
Our next game is just as scary, but for entirely different reasons. Cairn is a death-defying climbing simulator with a meticulous
El simulador de...
Here's the game bakers to tell you more.
Cairn is what we call a survival climber. Your goal is to climb a mountain and reach a summit no one has ever conquered. You can climb almost anywhere, and the climbing mechanics are highly realistic. You'll need to carefully manage your balance and stamina. Make a mistake, and you'll fall and get hurt. For the first time, we are also showing what it's like to climb at high altitudes. When you get up there, you'll face ice walls that require you to use ice axes and spikes. But don't think you can just jam your tools into the ice. Ice climbing is precise. You'll need to aim for cracks and edges to get a solid grip. Cairn's realistic climbing system also supports mixed climbing. That means you can have one hand on the rock and the other using an ice tool. It's up to you to read the rock face and choose the most strategic route to the top. Cairn is coming up on PlayStation 5 and Steam later this year. You can already give it a try in the demo available on PC and PS5.
Oh, tiene demo en Play 5. Cairn.
Cairn is coming to PlayStation and PC later this year, and you can also check out a free demo on both platforms after the show. What's next, Matt?
We're mixing things up with a double bill of trailers. Here are two great games from our friends at Quali.
Ow. Sobre... ¡Ay! ¡Ay, ya! Ground Zero. Me gustan esos juegos porque te dan una vibra bien PlayStation 1. El estilo de gráfica. Hark the Goal. Voy a poner en wishlist desde ya. Parece que brincó.
Hella is coming soon to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox,
Brinco.
so give it a wish list on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
moving swiftly on, it's time for a look at Ludo. This is a psychological thriller where the protagonist is trapped inside their own home, and we're about to find out when you can play it.
Peggy 18.
Oh.
How can you distinguish between what is real and what isn't? Do you trust what you see? What you hear? What happens when everything starts to feel wrong? To seem fake? Like a trick?
Luto.
How much longer are you going to pretend to ignore it? Don't do it. Don't let him get you again.
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime, you can wishlist it on Steam or the Epic Game Store.
It's world premiere time again, and this next reveal arrives with an introduction from a very special someone.
World premiere.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
I'm excited to be a part of
Shuhei Yoshida.
2025. There are so many amazing games coming out, and I'm very happy that I have a bit more time to play them these days. As many of you know, I have been a huge fan of the work of N-Dreams. Synapse is my favorite VR game of all time, and I'm honored to present this new groundbreaking title from the team. If you are at Summer Game Fest, I shall see you on the show floor at the N-Dreams booth. So, it is my pleasure to introduce you to Reach.
Reach. And Dreams.
Don't let him get you again.
What? ¡Qué demontre!
Ludo is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. In the meantime,
Ha dado un salto. Me disculpa, mi gente, pero di un salto ahí en brutal. Estamos viendo este juego y de repente brincó a Luto otra vez. Oh. Ay, coge, brinca, brinca, brinca.
What a mystery. To the annoyance of the Duck Detective, he is joined by a new partner in solving crime, Freddy the Crocodile. Work together to unravel the truth and nibble on the crumbs of justice. Right now, we're working on a simplified Chinese language update that is coming out later this year.
We're very excited for you to play. The
Es el
game is out
video,
on Steam,
verifica y es el
Nintendo
video.
Switch, Xbox One and Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Are those bread slices? Duck Detective. The ghost of
Duck
glamping.
Detective.
Duck Detective, the Ghost of Glamping, has already waddled its way onto PC and consoles, so go check it out if you haven't already.
Okay, we've had plenty of exciting premises so far, but how about a rhythm roguelike from the maestros behind Patapon? And get on your dancing shoes, folks, because Ratatan is up next.
Mira, ahí está. YouTube está experimentando technical streaming issue. Patapón. Ay, madre. Se nota que es el que hizo Patapón. Obligado. Patatán.
Ratatan is coming to Steam Early Access on July 25th, but there's a free demo available on Steam if you want to give it a try.
And we're following that bombshell with a new trailer for Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile, an interactive 70s twist on the beloved detective mystery.
It's Poirot, don't you know?
Oh.
It can't be. It's Hercule Poirot.
Monsieur Poirot, I guess you know why I asked you to come.
What do you suggest I do? And can you confirm that all the passengers are present for the meal?
Yes, we keep the list. Everyone is here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to disrupt what promised to be a beautiful day, but I have some terrible news. But we must stay calm if we want to find the culprit. I have a small idea of the situation.
I'm May Leach. My, you got here quickly. I've just finished my latest case. Okay, let's see what I can find.
But someone is lying to me. It is a big case, Miss Royce. A dangerous one. What do we have here?
Thank you, Mr. Poirot. I'm now going to search each of you. Then there's still time to stop them before they strike again.
Tomorrow, the day at least is here. Every question must have its answer.
Dead of the Nile, de Agatha Christie.
Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile is coming to PC and consoles in September of 2025, but you can wishlist it now on Steam or the Epic Games Store.
Okay, I don't want to build up this next trailer too much, but let's just say you're gonna flip.
Oh, the puns.
Scooby-Doo, Scooptober.
Soinks, Laura! House Flipper 2 Scooby-Doo is meddling its way onto PC and consoles this Scootober.
Now we're starting to close in on the end of the show, but not before we show you our final ones to watch deep dive.
Our team behind the scenes visited the Hangar 13 office for an exclusive insight into Mafia, the Old Country. Here's all the gory details.
Mafia, the Old Country is both a prequel to the original Mafia trilogy, and it also sets things up for what might be to come in the future, going back to 1900 Sicily, so the birth of not just the Mafia game, but also the actual Mafia itself, back to where organised crime first really came from.
In Mafia the Old Country, you play as a character called Enzo Favara, who's an upcoming gangster trying to make his way in the Sicilian Mafia.
As a child, he's worked in the sulfur mines, sold there by his parents, a really horrible upbringing for a kid, which unfortunately happened back in those days. So he doesn't know family, he doesn't really know love. He escapes, he falls in with the Torrisi crime family, and then this game really, this story shows his rise through the ranks as he goes from being this impoverished young man to a made man.
For Mafia the Old Country, we moved to Unreal Engine 5, which has really enabled us to do incredible things with the characters, with the landscapes, with the cinematics. Every single aspect of the game has undergone a significant graphical upgrade.
Mafia has always been about pushing technology of its day to do the best in cinematic storytelling and exciting narrative gameplay. It really makes what's already an emotional story even more emotional and meaningful.
We've been able to capture incredible nuances
Mira, Roque, Pau.
mocap,
Saludos, Rob, papi. Gracias por darte la vuelta, brother. Ya tú sabes, aquí bregando. ¿Qué tal va el show? Pues va enseñando un par de cositas. Están enseñando. Mira, dime si notas la diferencia entre el micrófono del headset y el bebecito. Dime si hay una diferencia. Entonces, como estás viendo, hay un mensaje acá, que dice que hay technical streaming issues y ha brincado un par de veces. Estamos ahí bregando. Oh, hasta él lo dice, mira, claro. Pero estamos aquí, ya tú sabes, en el Future Game. Te escuchas 3D, mira, ahí dice el video es unavailable. Ahí pasó algo. Ahí se fue el video. Algo pasó con el video. Hay problemas técnicos con... Hay problemas técnicos con el Future Game Show. Y lamentablemente, pues, mala mía. Vamos a ver si encontramos el... Ok, míralo aquí. Vamos a cerrar un momentito Voy a cerrar un momentito aquí. Voy a regresar por acá. Y déjame cerrar aquí. Porque el stream de YouTube estaba teniendo problemas. So, vamos a pasar para acá. Y vamos a poner la transmisión de Twitch. Mala mía, estos son errores técnicos que estaban pasando. Vamos a ponerlo por acá. Estamos en vivo, señoras y señores. Vamos a darle share screen. Vamos aquí.
Has really enabled us to do incredible things with the character performances. That's really helped.
It is binding.
Shows a key moment in Enzo's story.
Peggy 18.
Aquí nos quedamos. Mala mía por eso. Habían problemas del streaming la transmisión de YouTube del Future Game Show, pero estamos en el app de Twitch. ¿Qué can enseñar nuevo? Dame un brequecito, déjame bajar el volumen aquí. Ahí está. Ha enseñado un montón de juegos. Un montón de juegos. Lo que pasa es que estoy esperando a que termine para entonces dar un recap de todo. Pero estamos aquí bregando, ya tú sabes. Hubo un pequeño error que estaba comentando al principio y era que yo pensaba que el Future Game Show comenzaba a las 4. Pero pensaba que comenzaba a las 5, pero comenzó a las 4 y estuvo una hora tarde y tuve que comenzarlo desde el principio. Entonces, cuando estaba poniéndolo, pues la transmisión de YouTube estaba dando un montón de problemas, un montón de saltos y todo eso. Pero ahora, pues, esperamos que con la de Twitch no tenga ningún tipo de inconveniente. Ahora, escucho súper bien, me oyen súper bien, estamos todos en orden. Y seguimos por aquí. Se acabó ahorita. Hoy es Money in the Bank. Dentro de 19 minutos empieza Money in the Bank. Voy a estar también verificándolo por acá. Pero estamos aquí, mi gente. Son mis disculpas por ese cambio. Pero estamos aquí, señor y señor. ¿Y tú qué ha pasado? Cuéntamelo, Rob. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Yes, I do.
He does.
Then, before the eyes of all here present, join me.
Trabajando, saliste ahora. Ok, ok. Ay, me cortó el labio.
To become a man of honor, repeat these words.
¡Ay, se va a quemar la mano!
I swear my loyalty to this family. I swear my loyalty to this family. My flesh must burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath. My flesh has to burn like this saint if I do not keep my oath.
Ay, no se quemó, qué bueno. Ah. Me asusté.
Welcome, Enzo.
Bienvenido.
Benvenuto, Enzo. Benvenuto, Enzo.
Benvenuto.
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 Salute.
Salute, benvenuto. Andiamo. Benvenuto. Mafia the Old Country.
Take a trip to Sicily when Mafia the Old Country lands on August 8th for PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Next on our docket is a developer presentation for Tenet of the Spark. If you haven't seen it all over social media, this
La
is a
conferencia
time-hopping brawler where
se ha
you
hecho
solve
estilo
puzzles
Summer
and
Game
crush
Fest.
enemies across 3
¿Verdad que sí?
distinct timelines.
Hey, what's up? I'm Artem, the game director at Rogue Games, a small indie team scattered around the globe. We're making our first game, Tenet of the Spark.
Tenet of the Spark.
Of the Spark! It's a cinematic action where you fight bad guys over 3 timelines.
Toma.
Present day, the Viking Age, and the Aztec civilization.
Oye,
All
me está
at the
dando hambre
same
también.
time. You got it,
La
right?
suegra cocinó. Ay, madre.
And it's not just
Toma,
a show.
toma.
You have to use all 3 characters to explore, deal with tricky enemy types, and solve puzzles. It also answers questions you thought you'd never ask. Like, how the hell does this black boxer have a Viking for the great-great-great-grandpa? Or why does this train car turn into a giant rock? And the biggest question is, why did they risky roll with such a difficult project? Because we wanted to play a game where you can start with classic 1-2, then send your opponent across the arena with your hammer, switch again to pull this dude a little closer, hit him with a huge combo across all 3 timelines.
The hell are you?
And now we're making that game with the blood, sweat, and spark, Tenet of the Spark. You got it, right?
I got a little mini-me. Look. Watch up, watch up.
We're not dropping the release date
I
yet
mean-
because we want to do it right. But we can say it's coming to both PC and consoles. Follow and wishlist Tenet of the Spark on Steam. And go look at your family album. Maybe your grandpa was a badass like mine. You never know.
Tenet of the Spark.
Thank you to Roar Games for the inside scoop on Tenet of the Spark. It's coming soon to PC and consoles, so pop it on your wish lists. All right, what have you got for us, Laura?
A first look at gameplay for Creasol, Feeder of Idols. This is a first-person horror shooter for fans of BioShock and Resident Evil. You fight creepy statues on a tormented island and use blood as your ammunition.
Ok. Lo aprenderán.
Almighty Son,
guide my
Blumhouse Games.
in this hour of darkness.
Pues sí, mano, estamos por aquí en el Future Game Show. Summer Showcase. El Summer Showcase. Estamos en vivo y a todo color a través de la plataforma de Twitch y también nuestro canal de YouTube. Si no lo has hecho todavía, suscríbete a nuestro canal de YouTube y danos follow en nuestro canal de Twitch, bien importante. Estamos con un montón de presentaciones estos días. Mañana también venimos con más presentaciones, así que sigue por ahí para que se queden así mismo. Síganos en Twitch y danos subscribe en el canal de YouTube, que estamos en vivo simultáneamente en ambas plataformas. Oh.
Consumed in your flames for all eternity, now and forever. Crisol.
You will bleed 2025.
Holy moly, that was good.
You're telling me. Crisol Theater of Idols is coming to PC, Xbox, and PS5 later this year, and your Steam wish lists in just a few moments, probably.
I hate to say it, Matt, but I think we've arrived at the final trailer.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this?
Okay.
Último trailer.
We both look into that camera right there, and we're both sad that the show's over. But it's okay, because that last trailer is really cool, and so the folks at home will be happy, and we've done a good job, I think. So, does that work?
You know, sounds perfect to me. Please enjoy our final world premiere.
Último trailer, último world premiere. Vamos a ver. Ok.
Ooh, I like
¿Con
it.
qué van a cerrar el Future Game Show World Premiere? Vamos a ver.
Welcome, sisters, daughters of Hortus, to these blessed halls of Porthbarrow. You have been chosen, honored to the parish, to serve the will of Mother. So come, step forward. Let us see what flowers she's given us.
Bird Point Present. Va a terminar justo a tiempo para ver Money in the Bank. Perfecto.
Radiant blooms, so full of promise.
Vamos a ver.
Now, I must confess a change in plans. You shan't be entering the garden today. Take heart, faithful ones. The garden must still be tended. And tonight, you will be sown!
Uy. Vamos a ver con qué cierran. ¿Cómo se llaman? Ritual Tides.
No. Hold on. I've got something to show you.
Launching on PC and consoles.
I bet you didn't expect that, did you?
That was your first look at Ritual Tides, a terrifying odyssey where you tango with Lovecraftian terrors. Wishlist it now because it's coming soon to PC.
We'll have the full gameplay revealed during the next Future Game Show in August, so mark your calendars
Ok,
for that.
en agosto hay otro Future
However,
Game Show.
that does mean we've reached the very end of this year's Summer Showcase.
Don't go anywhere though, because FGS Live from Los Angeles airs right after this.
Tu cheeseburger merece una buena rebanada de nuestro legado.
Me tiraron esa. Qué rico, mira. Esos son mensajes subliminales que te tiran. Con anuncios de hamburger, que tanta crueldad. Ay, madre.
Lives and world premieres.
We'd like to thank everybody who has tuned into the Summer Showcase, as well as the dream-weaving developers who...
Eso fue improvisado, el anuncio de hamburger.
We debuted today.
And remember, you can head to the dedicated Future Game Show Steam page to wishlist your favorite games from today's show. We'll also have follow-up content on GamesRadar.com and the FGS YouTube channel.
I'm Matt Mercer.
And I'm Laura Bailey. And this has been the Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2025.
Y ya se acabó. Vamos a quitarlo por aquí. Ok, vamos a cerrar por acá. Perfecto. Bueno, mi gente, ese fue el Future Game Show 2025. Presentaron un montón de juegos. Vamos a arrancar bien rápido con lo que presentaron por acá. Arrancaron adelante con The Expanse, Osiris Reborn. Presentaron también Echoes of the End que llega el próximo verano. Whispers in the Fog, The Seven Deadly Sins Origins, The Seven Deadly Sins Origin, The Finals, la temporada número 7 de The Finals. También presentaron Hurtling y el demo está disponible en Steam. Sleep Awake. También presentaron Ericsson, que va a estar llegando el 15 de julio. The Explorator, este juego es un shooter que es estilo cel shade y tiene acceso anticipado en PC empezando hoy. Constance va a estar llegando el 24 de noviembre y tiene un demo disponible desde ya en Steam. También enseñaron material de Titan Quest 2, Call of the Elder Gods, Ascendant. También presentaron Eidolon's Veil of the Wish, Popucom, también lo presentaron. Waifu Tactical Force, eso es un shooter estilo anime. De verdad, se veía bien cool. También presentaron Hirogami. Este juego es como si fueras ¿cómo se llama? Un origami. Y tú puedes tomar formas de papel, puedes convertirte en una hoja de papel, en un avioncito de papel. Está bien brutal. Y llega el 3 de septiembre. El demo está en Steam ahora mismo. También presentaron material de Eve Frontier, Formula Legends. El demo está disponible en Steam. Ahoy es un juego de tácticas navales que está el Kickstarter ahora mismo. Animal Kind, ese juego está interesante porque son animales. Imagínate, perritos y gatitos metidos en mechs. Así es, Animal Kind. También presentaron un juego que se llama Scum, bastante interesante. Sale el 17 de junio. Dead Ground llega a Steam este año. También presentaron un juego que se llama Hell is Us, que llega el 4 de septiembre. Fading Echo llega en 2026. Linked Banner of the Spark también presentaron material. Directive 8020 va a estar llegando en 2025. Cairn, el demo está disponible en PlayStation 5 y PC. Este juego es un simulador de tu escalar montaña y el demo está disponible en PlayStation 5 y PC. Se llama Cairn, Cairn. Puedes buscarlo. Se ve bastante interesante. Presentaron un juego como que de terror, estilo como que PT más o menos ahí con ese vibe así. Se llama Luto y llega el 22 de julio de 2025. Presentaron Ratatan, que es como Patapon, los creadores de Patapon. Llega el 25 de julio. El 8 de agosto llega Mafia and the Old Country. ¿Vieron el trailer? Tenet of the Spark también presentaron material. Crystal Theater of Idols y cerraron el show con Ritual Tides. Eso fue todo lo que presentaron en el Future Game Show Summer Showcase. Mi gente, muchas gracias por haber estado conmigo, de verdad, súper agradecido. Quiero agradecerle a todas las personas que se dieron cita por ahí, a todos los que nos vieron por YouTube y por Twitch, y nuevamente les pedimos disculpas, hubieron problemas con la transmisión, pero no fue culpa de nosotros, fue allá el problema, hubieron varios brincos y todo eso. También quiero pedirle disculpas porque se supone que el stream comenzara a las 4. Yo pensaba que era a las 5. Arrancamos una hora tarde, pero lo vimos desde el principio. Así que estuvieron por aquí, lo pudieron ver. También pueden ver la grabación en YouTube o la pueden ver aquí en Twitch. De verdad, muchas gracias. Mañana seguimos con toda la cobertura. Venimos con la conferencia. Vamos a ver con qué venimos mañana. Mañana venimos con el Xbox Game Showcase plus The Outer Worlds Direct. Mañana domingo 8 de junio a la 1 de la tarde aquí mismito por el canal de Twitch. Y yo creo que Robs es el que va a estar por acá de animador. Así que ya lo saben, Robs va a estar animando el Xbox Game Showcase plus The Outer Worlds 2 Direct. Así que ya lo saben. Luego a las 3 de la tarde empieza el PC Gaming Show y con eso cerramos todas las conferencias que estuvieron dando en el Summer Game Fest. Así que ya lo saben, mi gente, muchas gracias por haber estado conmigo. Un abrazo virtual de parte mía para todos ustedes. Y ya tú sabes, estoy aquí con mi camisa. Mira por aquí, la camisa de streamer borico. Ya tú sabes cómo es. Estamos súper contentos y súper agradecidos con todos ustedes. Déjame irme por acá. Es de costumbre, pues, pasar un momentito para ver quiénes están conectados para darle un merecido un merecido raid. Así que vamos a buscar por aquí a ver quiénes están conectados. Tenemos acá. Mira, nuestra gente de nivel escondido, hablando de la camisa de Streamer Boricua, nivel escondido están metiendo la Dragon Ball Fighter C. Así que vamos a darle un reizazo bien chévere a la gente de nivel escondido. Vamos a ir escribiendo el comando. Vamos por aquí. Y entonces, yo me voy a comer y a ver Money in the Bank, que esa es la que hay. Así que, mi gente, gracias por haber estado conmigo. Ya lo saben, mañana, domingo 8 de junio, a las 1 de la tarde, empieza el Xbox Game Showcase y luego sigue el Outer Worlds 2 Direct. Aquí mismito por nuestro canal de Twitch, el Rob va a estar por aquí, así que ya lo saben. Luego a las 3 de la tarde el PC Gaming Show a las 3 de la tarde. Así que cuídense mucho. Muchas gracias por haber estado conmigo. Yo me voy a comer, tengo mucha hambre y va a empezar Money in the Bank. Así que cuídense mucho. Que Dios me los bendiga. Un abrazo virtual y yo voy a darle el rate a mi gente de nivel escondido. Así que pásenla súper bien. Excelente sábado. Y ya yo me fui. Así que chequeamos, mi gente. Cuídense mucho. Nos vemos. Ok. Chequeamos. Me fui.